What's going on, future day trading champions? Have you ever felt like that 9 to 5 job is benching you from the big game of day trading? Well, lace up those sneakers because today I'm going to show you how to dominate day trading options on SPY, even with that full time job. So let's break those chains of doubt and turn your cubicle into a trading command center. Come on. So step one, we're going to utilize the pre-market and after hours trading to our advantage. So the first play in our playbook is pre-market and after hours trading. Now that doesn't necessarily mean we always have to take a trade during those times. There are some opportunities, especially utilizing some of the tools and other markets, but the stock market just isn't open from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time. You can trade before and after regular hours with some brokers, and that's perfect for those early risers and night owls. It's like getting the extra innings in baseball. So, one way that we use the extra morning time is to scout opportunities before they happen and before we head to work to our busy job. So, although we're not necessarily day trading before hours, there are opportunities if you trade some different types of markets, but my students have used it to scout opportunities. That way, that when they get to work, they already kind of have a roadmap or a plan for what they're going on. So just remember, trading before or after pre-market or after market, trading volumes are going to be lower. So it's like playing in a quieter stadium, so to speak. Next up, our number two, focus on high probability setups. So let's talk about what high probability setups mean. Think of it as like looking for those perfect passes in football, high risk, high reward. You don't need to trade all of the time. You just wait for the prime setups in SPY options. So we want to identify those key levels or those levels maybe earlier in the day when we're not so busy, identify strong patterns, trends, and key indicators that we may use. And it's all about quality over quantity. Be the sniper, not the machine gunner. Number three, use technology to your advantage. So we live in a world where technology is amazing. It's your best teammate. Platforms like Thinkorswim, Robinhood, Webull, they offer real-time alerts and updates. It's like having a playbook at the palm of your hand. Imagine executing that perfect trade while waiting for your coffee. Now that's what I call a slam dunk, and that's what we do all the time by utilizing the technology that we have at our fingertips. One critical component that you're going to need to use if you have a full-time job is how to create alerts. So we set those levels earlier in the day that we know that we may use, and then we create alerts around them. So we only come to look at those points in time if we have the time and the availability. Step four, or thought four, time management and routine. So speaking of coming back to the computer and knowing what your game plan is going to be, everybody's schedule is different, especially the people that I've always worked with. So let's talk about how do we manage your time like a pro athlete, okay? Set a routine that fits your work schedule. Maybe if it's checking the pre-market levels or movements over breakfast once the market's open to see if anything's getting close, or reviewing the trades or the charts during your lunch break. Some people get breaks during the morning, maybe a 15 or 20-minute break. That time is a great opportunity to know or to check and see what the market's got going on as well. You want to stick to your routine and treat your trading really like a daily workout. Consistency is going to be key, just like in training for a marathon. So we want to get a routine. We know that we try to check the markets at these times, as well as we know that our environment is conducive to trading. You can't have a lot of distractions. You can't have a lot of other things going on in your mind because you got to be able to pay attention to the chart. So utilizing those breaks that you may already have, organizing your schedule, if you have that flexibility, your meetings, and setting aside maybe a 30 or an hour window that you can utilize strictly for trading. Working a different shift. Some students have been able, or some traders have been able to discuss different shifts that they're able to use throughout the day. Those are all ideas just to get you thinking, how can I set a routine around day trading? Because it is possible. Number five, use stop loss orders wisely. This one's super important. So finally, let's not forget our defense, okay? Always use stop loss orders to protect your capital. It's like having a solid defensive line in football. You want to minimize your losses and stay in the game. So you want to set stop loss orders and let them be your safety net. So if you look up to speak to someone that comes in your office, or you've got to run and work on something, there's a safety net in place to protect you. So if you come back, you haven't blown your account up. This way, you can focus on scoring big without ever worrying about having those unexpected or huge setbacks in your trading account. So in conclusion, there you have it. There's 5 strategies that you can use to day trade SPY options even with a full-time job. It's not only possible, but it can be incredibly rewarding. My last few months as a school administrator, I was making more trading options on my breaks free time than what I was with my job at the school. So break those mental blocks and get in the game today. And don't forget, like and subscribe and hit that notification button so you'll never miss out on our trading tips. And until next time, keep hustling and happy trading.